I think we're live. I think everyone can see us and hear us. Hey there, party people. This is a new stream box. So, those of you out there in internet land, if you could just let me know if you can hear me and hear one of these people if they make a noise.
All noise.
Mm-hmm. That's true. That's true. Wow. It just escalated all the way across there.
We're so classy.
So classy.
Yeah. Turn around and fart for it if you'd like.
Hey, if you can do it on command, I'll be impressed.
I was waiting for one of those like high pitched ones that just kind of sneak out.
While I'm waiting on word back, of course, who all do we have in chat to confirm it? Let's see.
Yeah, Ashley's in there.
Jeff's in there. Old Jeff's in there, and Ashley's in there. Oh, there's people in there.
Sounding good. The real question is, how are we smelling?
Yeah, how do we smell?
Got that new extension. Chuck
We
went all
did.
out.
Yeah. I got the little syntaphone. Like, I've got the little line through it right underneath, and it's just tucked neatly into my taint. So
It only came with one smell, old sock.
old sock. Congratulations, world. You know what my taint smells like. Hey, Melissa, what a great time to start some gameplay. Just the look of judgment on Jeff's face. It's worth it.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. Hey, everyone. We're here to play some Weird Frontiers. We're kind of digging through a bastardized version of Rime of the Frostmaiden. At this point, you could call it more of an Icewind Dale-ish kind of campaign, because, you know, I don't know if any of you out there in internet land have had a chance to read Rime of the Frostmaiden, but it's a pile of hot dog shit. So
Don't sugarcoat it, Chuck.
I won't.
I mean, tell them what you really think.
I will. So yeah, don't buy it. Just, you know, I don't know. No, I can't do that. I think if I tell people to commit crimes on the internet, that's bad for me. So I won't say those words.
Yes.
Go to your local bookstore and commit crimes there.
Okay, I endorse that message. Anyway, so yeah, we're here to play some more. Last time we left off, you all made it to Dugan, the Red Wizard. You made it to his weird little, you know, structure out in the tundra. And that's what we're going to be picking up. But before we do that, let's do, you know, introductions and plugs and shit. We'll go in order of the overlay. So just tell us who you are, who your character is, and plug any links that you would like to plug. Ooh, my bitrate is dropping like mad. No,
Bad internet. Bad internet.
now it's way up.
New computer, same old internet.
Now it's way down. Like, it's dropping between like 5,000 and 0.
Oh, good. Maybe the internet service provider will tell us to stop streaming tonight instead because of all of our bad jokes.
I hope so. Anyway, it's settled for the moment. So yeah, let's do those introductions. Bert, I'll let you start.
Oh, hey. Yeah, I'm Bert. Got a podcast, bluemagic.com, BLUMAGIK.com, and twitch.tv/Steam Steel Murder. All kinds of games, all kinds of fun stuff. But I'm playing El Leon, or the Lion, tonight. One part of the phenomenal tag team champions.
Did you ever come up with a tag team name between the Lion and Yeetus? Like, every good team needs a name.
A lion and a Sasquatch.
It's like Furry,
it's like...
Fury, or Too Fast, Too
Fast, Too Furious.
Too Furious, yeah.
It's going in a different direction, but we'll get views for it.
The Furry Fists of Doom. Yeah.
There you go. There you go. All right, Dan.
Hey everybody, Dan with the Defenders. I'm playing Glint, who actually did gunslinging last time instead of taking naps and supervising, which he's really good at. Not the gunslinging, but naps and supervising. So we'll see how tonight goes. I probably used up like my entire year's worth of luck in that session. So
that's fair. All right. Jake.
I am Jake. I'm with the Defenders of Cobalt. I'll be playing the ghost of a dead Greek in the body of a dead American called the Olympian. He sees ghosts. Ooh.
Very spooky, scary. All right. Over on the other side, up at the top, Jeff.
Hey, I'm Jeff, Adventures of Lollygagging. Play various games on the internet at twitch.tv/the Lollygaggers. We are playing on Friday. We're continuing our Delta Green campaign that we just started and having a lot of fun. It's a good first step, which is now available on the YouTubes. And we also got an Alien game that we just started a new chapter in. You can catch both Jeremy and Chuck in that. And that shows up every other Monday on our channel. And on the alternate Mondays, we're over on Free League Publishing, where we are playing Things for the Flood, where you can catch Chuck and Jeremy and Bert and Dan in that game as well. So it's a fun little game. I am playing Mama Purdy tonight, who is a dwarven hellbilly of great renown. She has fine tastes in young men and booze. She carries a jug filled with a never-ending jug of booze that's got like fey magic in it, and she has a taste for the finer things in life. So that's Mama Purdy.
There we go. I do got to say, Mama Purdy is becoming a fan favorite, and by fan favorite, Ashley, my wife, fucking loves Mama Purdy. Like, she's like, "What game do you have tonight?" I'm like, "Oh, it's this game." She's like, "I don't know what the fuck that means." Mama's Purdy is in it. She's like, "Oh, shakity, shakity, shakity,
Shady, shady, shady. There you go.
So it's fantastic. All right, Jeremy.
Hi, I'm Jeremy. I'm a proudly adopted kobold. I get to play games with these beautiful people. Also have a podcast called the Plewdcast, PLEWD, on Anchor and the YouTubes. And I'll be playing Cletus Calloway Redding, that is. He's a little bitty man, with a big name, and a big chip on his shoulder to match. And I also got myself this big old furry Yeti following me around. He's learning the ways of the luchador.
There we go.
His name's Yeetus.
Very cool. And Joe, sadly, is not able to be with us tonight. That's DM Thaco over on Dragons in the Dining Room. And I believe I got his link up there already. Dragons in the Dining Room at twitch.tv. So, yeah, sadly, Joe won't be hanging out with us, but you can still check out all the cool shit they do. Okay, so, if my notes, and by my notes from last session is a quickly and crudely written sentence, serve me correctly, you all are in Dazan's base, his strange structure out in the tundra. Specifically, you went to him to ask some information about the amulet that you found on the killer that you apprehended. And for everyone who's forgotten, the amulet had a strange symbol carved into it, and now I'm not seeing that symbol. I find it. Where are you? Oh my gosh, it's just fucking with me now.
It's like the intersecting dot thingies, right?
Yeah.
Sort of.
Yeah, that's it.
I know what you're talking about.
Now I'm just
Had
frustrated
some
that I can't
lines.
see it.
Yeah, same thing that was
Yeah.
carved near
There
where
it is.
the troll
The ritual
was.
site, yeah. Yep, that's it.
There it is. So, yeah, that's your, you went to Dazan to get that information. Now, as you approach his little fortress, it's this black structure. Think it almost looks like it's made of like onyx, sticking up out of the ground, like almost tower-like. Maybe it only looks like it's like 20 feet tall at most. And it's got these strange kind of like almost twisting branches coming out of the top of it. But you can see it's covered in snow, covered in ice. And you see there's an entry, maybe 20 feet away from the tower. It looks like it's an old like entrance to like a mine shaft, like cutting into the snow. But you can see there's been activity coming in and out. This is what you're guessing the entrance to Dazan's base is. So how do y'all want to handle this?
I mean, we just got done fighting some people already on our way here. So,
A bunch
I mean,
of goblins.
yeah. I mean, I'm ready for a nap.
Mm-hmm. Just marching on in?
He told us to come here.
Okay.
We are invited.
Yeah. As you all approach this, entrance leading down into the snow, eventually, it's maybe 20, 30 feet long as it kind of slopes down. And it comes to this, once again, the same kind of material, this strange onyx looking material with this crudely looking think like shanty type door, like wooden planks hammered together, set up on leather straps as like a hinge. But as you approach it, the door swings open and this cowboy steps out. Let's see where this cowboy is. As cowboy steps out, and he catches you off guard because he's very clearly not alive. And he steps out. State your business, partner.
Hey there, good looking. We're here to see Dazan.
Oh, Dugan said we might have some visitors coming along. Why don't y'all just follow me on inside and I'll take you to his study.
Perfect. We're visitors.
And so this, cowboy gives you a little nod of his hat, turns around and he saunters on in like, a man who spent years on a horse does. And once you step inside this structure, it's once again this black onyx material on the inside. You can see there's stairs going up further and stairs going down. And this initial room that you kind of walk into, the circular chamber, is just full of like crates, boxes. It looks just like storage. There's a table and a chair with some playing cards next to it. It looks like someone was playing solitaire or something like that. But the thing that catches you off guard is the fact that the stairs going up are upside down. So the fact that they're solid, would be solid underneath. So they're solid on the top, but you can see the stair things cut underneath with the opening aligning with that on the ceiling and then on the bottom. And there's a rope ladder dangling down from it. As you move up to the stairs going down, you can see they also appear to be like upside down, and there's a rope ladder hanging off the edge, tied into like pittons, like hammered into this black onyx going down. It's like he's down here. As he walks up and he kind of turns around and starts shimmying down this rope ladder.
Y'all put your stairs in backwards or something?
No, the whole tower's upside down. When it fell off the city, it landed, upside down.
Oh.
When it fell off the city? Did we know that?
Yeah, there's some sort of flying city or something,
Does
right?
it come off
Okay.
Atlantis?
Yep.
Probably, maybe.
This is a fragment of Atlantis. We don't know its purpose yet, but that's all we can figure.
So you're not from there?
I'm not from Atlantis. I'm from Wyoming.
Okay.
I went to Wyoming once. My 27th husband lived there. That was a sweet spring. Flowers were blooming. Anyway, let's get on going.
Alrighty. And so down he climbs. And he takes you down to another level. And this is a lab / study. And you can see Dazan's down here. There's bookshelves all around. There's tables, and there's also like workbenches with looks like alchemical components here and there. And he's watching as you all climb down, probably having heard you discussing information with his, undead friend here. Ah, greetings. I see you've met Christian. He's a good friend of mine and helps keep me safe out in these wild places. I was not expecting to see you all so soon. Sadly, my expedition is not ready yet, but How can I be of service?
Well, we caught that one guy who was going around murdering people.
Hmm.
He had this amulet on him. We took that amulet from him, like turned it into a different person.
Really? That's interesting. Let me see the amulet if you wouldn't mind. And he picks up a pair of like long like tongs. And he like grabs it out of your hand with the tongs.
Oh, be careful, by the way. Like, if we melt this thing, like that guy starts to melt too.
Oh, he's still alive?
Yeah, he's still alive. He's kind of halfway in a bucket, kind of half not.
That's messy. Okay. Okay. Well, thanks for that information. Okay. And he goes and he sets it on a portion of his table that's covered with, cult type, alchemical type runes all over it. He's like, give me just a moment here. And he starts doing some incantations, references a few books. Okay. I have some information on this. What would you like to know?
All of the information you got.
Oh,
That's what we like to know.
easy enough. So it seems to have magical, I don't know, auras, fingerprints on it. It's tied to what's known as the deep realms. Places deep in the the multiverse, the outward reaches of space where dark and unknowable horrors like to lurk. Well, I didn't mean to put you to sleep there. I apologize.
I'm sorry.
You mean Cincinnati?
A lot of words there.
Not quite Cincinnati, a little further than that, but same
Detroit?
same flavor. Closer to Detroit. Yes. Maybe Milwaukee might sum it up.
Damn.
So yeah, this is some kind of magical boon granted by one of the cold ones, one of the entities that reside in, the deep realms.
Car salesman.
They probably a car salesman.
Yeah, he did mention some sort of lady in the water giving it to him.
Lady in the water. That's it.
Had another name too, didn't it? I don't remember, but
you all would remember her as
I took my notes, but I can't seem to find them. Must have misplaced them.
The
That's
Frostmaiden.
right. We made a lot of jokes about it last time.
Oral.
Oral.
Yep.
Yeah, oral.
That's all I remember. Man, you guys 6 intelligence. You're lucky if you remember that much.
We came here looking for oral, damn it.
I came here looking for oral. You damn right.
Christian, if you wouldn't mind, this is not my neck of the woods. Anything that comes near where I used to have lips is getting bit off. Anyway.
Do the noted.
So, Dark Realms, yes, nasty bit of magic. Seems to have some kind of life essence binding thing, which would probably match what you were saying about when it was, heated. It started melting the former owner of this. Also, like most gifts from the Dark Realm, it completely and totally enthralls its victim and grants them great power.
Is it like still active or something, right? Like
Quite, yeah.
okay.
Well, but what if the person didn't want the power and it was forced upon them? Is there a way to separate the two?
From what you're telling me, where the person's starting to melt, I'm going to guess it's been too long. Maybe if this was a little fresher, we might have alternate courses. But as it is, you may be doing the poor man a service by just, throwing it in the fire.
That's what I said. Sort of, kind of, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of thought that we figured that, we'd check first.
That's fair. Sadly, I don't think there's anything I can do for the poor soul. Now, I tell you what I could do. It's a terrible idea, but I could absolutely do it.
I like it already. Let's do it.
I could turn this into a tracking device of sorts that would lead you to the creature that granted the power. Terrible idea.
Yes. No, good. Do that.
Good
I
idea.
love bad
Good idea
ideas.
so far. We like punishing those people who do the things like that to the people who, yeah.
So,
I like
Oh, yeah,
tracking
you should have
devices
seen what we
too.
did to that moose.
Yeah, we just stopped punishing people. I mean, that's where we're going.
I do
What
wanna-
was it
Yeah.
that the man said? The creature was freed by the weird dwarves.
Mm,
Oh, yeah. He
Mhm.
mentioned the angry dwarves that you don't like either.
The
Dorgar.
door guard. The door guards.
Yep, the derpaderps.
The
Yeah.
dork guards.
The dork
That's
guards. Well, I'm not surprised. If a cold one. Oh, did he say how long ago?
However long ago his last fishing trip was.
So listen, the this one definitely has the touch of the cold ones on it, the dark, unknowable horrors that come from the deep realms. So, just saying. Oh, I've lost my train of thought. If one of those things were to exist here on our planet, it would probably be deep within the ice. And if these nasty dork guards, whatever we're calling them, were digging deep enough, I could totally see them accidentally freeing a dark and unknowable horror upon the land. And maybe, a hypothesis, that's why the sun hasn't shown up here in, half a fucking year.
I mean, it sounds like
guards.
we need to find this thing anyways then.
Could be. So, you want me to turn this into a tracking device so it'll lead you directly to the terrible and unknowable source of cosmic horror, so you can go and
Shoot at it with our guns.
okay.
Yeah,
I
do that.
do.
I mean, I was gonna stab it, but
Perhaps a
even-
breaking of their back across the knee.
I love your bravado. I really do. Now, if you're going to do this, might I kindly ask that you wait until after the expedition? That way you'll still be alive for the expedition.
Why
I
are they
mean-
unknowable? Do they just have bad promoters?
Horrible promoters. If they had proper promotion,
Flyers, advertisements on local radio, that sort of
that
thing.
sort of thing. No, they're referred to as the unknowable because to witness them, to know their true names, and to, fully acknowledge that they exist is rumored to drive someone completely and totally insane.
Oh, so just like drinking some of that, I'll point at Mama Purdy's booze jug.
Doesn't make you insane. Just makes you sleepy if you weak.
I don't know anything after I drink it either.
That's cause you weak.
Well, I have to back Mama Purdy on this one.
You want to sip?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
it's worth it, man. I mean, you're gonna go blind for 2-3 seconds, but it's worth it.
Is this a
Fort
fortitude save?
Fortitude
Okay.
save.
He gets a +1 on this.
Well, Bert, do you know if they made it scale as well? Let me check to see if they made this, because 12 would be good unless it's now scalable like all the others.
I actually don't remember if we scaled the actual drink or
Let's
not.
just say he fails, so I don't
DC
have to feel bad.
13.
So
DC
what happens
13.
when he fails?
He passes out for 1d8 hours.
Do you want to roll me a d8?
Okay. 5 hours.
He takes a long glug, glug, glug. That is quite as he hands over the jug just in time for him to collapse on the floor.
Ah,
Christian standing in the corner. What the hell did you do to him as he starts reaching for his 6-shooter?
I told him he shouldn't drink it because you never remember anything after you drink it.
That's
Mom
just from
Purdy,
that.
Yeah.
You poison him?
No, man,
No.
it's just
I'll drink
like,
from it, and I'll drink like half a jug. It's fine.
it's tough stuff, man. But he's gonna be fine.
Well, you
mean-
know, these learned folks, they ain't got no stomach for any good rock gut.
I know, man.
Sure don't. I don't either. Not that I'm learned, I'm just weak.
He'll awake, having dreamt the dreams of the mighty, or at least the mighty drunk.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
I mean, thinking on what he said, I mean, I do like the idea of just using this thing and just going straight to the source. But I also never been to no ancient flying city. That does sound fun. Plus, this guy's got all the like flibbity jibbity fire magic, which might be helpful.
Never know what
That's
kind
true.
of
That's true.
doohickeys and things might be in that city we can then use to help, fight Oral.
He
The
said
unknown of the unknown is the enemy of my unknown.
he wasn't ready yet for his expedition. How long does he need?
He needs maybe, I want to guess another 5-6 days maybe. He's just gathering up some magical reagents that he doesn't currently have. They're not the easiest to find. His other self is currently out in the mountains to the south of here looking for him.
So he's,
We can go maybe speed it up a bit.
he's got two selves.
Yes, he does. One of his abilities is to make. He refers to them as clones of himself, and you can always tell which one is the real one because he's missing a bit of earlobe here that he lost a handful of years ago. All the fake ones got both their ears, and so he walks over to the drunken Dazan and he shows you the chunk of earlobe that's missing.
Huh.
But
Boy, that's a fancy trick.
it's quite something. The toll is a little high to make them, so he doesn't make a whole lot of them. But yeah, currently he's got one down south of the mountains. Apparently there was some group of goblins out there showing strange behavior, so he's been contracting with them to find what he needs.
They the same goblins we just fought along the way.
Oh,
If
we
they're-
maybe just killed those goblins.
Yeah, no, this is like an entire city of them, like
Oh, no, we didn't
hundreds and hundreds of them.
I mean, they might be the same goblins though. Like
kill them. We
they
killed
It
like
could've been. It
ones.
could've been
and
from
been
them.
ones of them.
Yeah, who knows? I mean, if you
can he communicate with his clone? Long distance, like.
No, it's not. Once he makes the clone's kind of on its own for. Usually they live for a week or two without a genuine spark of life inserted in them.
Do they melt horrifically and hilariously?
No, they don't melt. They just kind of stop living,
Well,
and then all the
my
information.
pappy used to say, "Get busy living or get busy dying."
Well, these clones
Maybe that
get
was
busy
my
living.
pappy.
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah,
It was good they're not connected. They'd all be drunk and passed out now.
Well, that's probably true. Once the clone dies, all the information that it has transfers back into Dazan. So,
No, that's
Kinda
convenient.
yeah.
Man, that's handy.
It does its points, It's kind of why he keeps me around. Every now and then, clones get a little big for the britches and try to, take over as the primary. And so, I keep him safe. And when his clones go nuts, I put them down.
Is that how he lost his earlobe?
No, he lost his earlobe in a bad poker bet.
That sounds about right.
He was down in California. And, he didn't have the coin. Tried paying the poor guy and, crystals and magical baubles. And he said, I want coin. And Dazan didn't have it, so he caught a bullet in the ear.
Well, better in the ear than in the brain.
Yeah,
Figure.
I agree.
Next time he should send his clone to play cards.
He does.
Ever since that incident.
He does. Yeah. So, I'm going to go ahead and he's taught me enough. I can't do the actual magical parts, but I can get all the bits set up for him. So why don't you, amulet's already there. I'll go ahead and start getting everything set up so he can turn this into a tracking device. And I'll go ahead and, explain to you how it's going to work when it's done. He's going to make a magical nail. And then you take this nail and you hammer it into a piece of wood, into the end of a piece of wood. And you take your amulet there and you're going to wrap it around this piece of nail and you're going to float it in water. And when you float it in water, it's going to point directly at the direction you need to go.
All right, then.
Nice and easy. So if y'all want to just hang loose, I got the kitchen set up. If you go up 2 flights, so you go up that ladder and go up the other ladder to the top of our tower here. Dazan's, he's one of them frou-frou learned fools, so he's got all sorts of tasty food up there. He's got I think he might still have some spiced wine going on the stove. So
Boy, gotta hold my pinky out when I go up there.
maybe. He likes that tea. Calls it, what was it, Earl Grey or something like that.
That explains why that booze wasn't right for him.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Anyway, I'm going to get to work. Y'all head upstairs, and then, however long it takes him to sleep this off, I'll get the basics, and he'll finish it up. And y'all be good to go.
Chuck, I'll take him aside for a second and say, my friend, I couldn't help but noticing how dry and parched your skin is. Give him a little bottle of my oil. Rub this in, particularly on the abs. Make that skin perfect.
I can do that. This cold weather, being dead doesn't mean that it still doesn't annoy me that it dries and crackles out my skin. I got a whole section of forearm that's just held together with tape right now. This dry skin, just pulling it off like a damn lizard, losing scales. All right, so you all make your way upstairs. Like you said, there's, wines, teas. He actually has a small assortment of like fancy baked goods. Looks like our wizard friend is, not too bad at baking. You're all able to eat your fill, catch some rest. I'll go ahead and say if anyone's got injuries, go ahead and take your 1 hit point back for recuperation.
Nice.
But maybe
It's enough time to catch a nap.
Yeah.
At least 5 hours.
It's going to be closer to 6 or 7 hours by the time Dazan finally crawls back up. That was strong. Remind me.
Do you remember anything?
I do. And also Christian said that he provided you the basic information as he hands a longish iron nail. He told you how it works. Yeah, nice and easy. Hammer it into a piece of wood, float the wood in water, wrap the amulet around the nail, and then it'll point you directly where you need to go. At least for tracking down a horrible monster from the deep reaches of space.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah.
But he wanted us to wait until after his expedition. 6 days?
Well, this is Dazan you're talking to. He's like, yeah, I would prefer you to hold off. Once again, if you're going to go face this, I'm going to guess you're probably going to die. So if you really want to help me out, you'll wait until after the expedition so you can help me with that. And maybe we'll find lost technology of the Atlanteans that will, help you in your endeavors.
And
But what are we going to do for 6 whole days?
You're a group of, stalwart heroes. There's always trouble in the 10 towns. Have you all heard about the plague in Dugan's Hole?
No.
Dugan should keep that to himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, you got wash regular.
Wait, okay. Dugan's Hole is a village that is southeast of Goodmead. Not some poor man's asshole. There's probably some man out there named Dugan that does have worms crawling out of his ass. But this is not what I was referring to.
I mean, we got this guy that's oral. Now we're going to Dugan's asshole. I feel like there's like a theme that's brewing. Not
Yeah.
sure.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
If not, you could always head over to the Tourmaline Mines outside of
They're like,
Lonelywood.
is there a place
There are
called like
problems I can-
Wienerville somewhere we can go to as
There's-
well?
You don't
So-
just have a scrying device that would allow us to view many numerous sporting events. That would take up a good 6 days.
Oh, that's not a I might see if I can come up with something like that, but nothing that I have on hand. But
The
I
near
would,
field
Yeah.
league red zone. Come
yes,
on.
something. I was going to say if you go to Tourmaline, you could see if they possibly have more of that stone you've been looking for. There's the gold or the gem mine there. My apologies, it's not a gold mine. Or if you're looking for a little more hard cash in your pocket, Bryn Shander is, from what I heard, had lost a rather large shipment of ore from the Hammerglass Company, iron ore. If you head over there, they might be willing to pay for anyone who can dig up information on what happened to their, missing metal.
Trying to remember where the blacksmith was that was worth anything.
Bryn Shander.
Well, that place is interesting to me because I want to get my guns work done. I think, personally speaking.
I mean, okay.
I don't care. Or you could sit here and eat my pastries and drink my tea for 6 days.
This is
that
far
sounds
too many
cool.
carbs for the lion.
It is a lot of carbs. A wizard's body is portly for a reason.
Oh, yeah.
Sounds all right to me, but
You got like
Yeah,
a
man.
bag we could take this stuff in?
He'll call down the letter. Christian, could you be kind enough to find me some kind of container that our good friends here could take some pastries along with them in?
No, all of them.
Well, either or. I have a deal set up with a rather delicious, baker out of New York. I've made a small teleportation sigil that connects their kitchen to my tower here, and I send them money or gems or whatever the fuck I think is valuable, and they send me pastries. So
Does this mean you have ever-flowing coffee?
I could probably send a note and ask for coffee. Do you want coffee?
Does the Pope shit in the woods?
Very well. He goes downstairs.
that must be yes. The question's been answered that we all wanted to know.
He comes back up with a scrap of paper and a handful of what looks like precious gemstones. And he clears off a spot on the table. And you see a small, like, magical rune carved there. And the little piece of paper, he lays it down, and you can see it says, "Please send coffee." And he puts the gemstones on there, and he says a couple incantation words, and all of a sudden, those things are gone. Now we just wait. Maybe 20 minutes go by, and all of a sudden, just a whoop, and you look on the table, and it looks like there's a tin carafe of steaming beverage, along with a small, maybe like 3 to 5 pound burlap bag. Looks like freshly roasted coffee beans.
Perhaps 6 days of downtime and healing is not such a bad idea.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean, that is tempting, but if Glint, if you think that's going to help you out getting your guns worked on, I'm all for that. I've seen what you can do, when you put your mind to it. So I'd love to see more of that.
In case we find any more giant mooses out there, they should be shot as best as possible.
Maybe we can take that coffee with us.
hey, please go ahead. The, gemstones are less than authentic, so no skin off my back.
All right, man.
He'll
You're all right.
Yeah, he'll pull out, the carafe, and he'll pour each of you a nice steaming cup of fresh coffee, and he'll gladly let you take the bag of beans so that way you can make your own while you're out on the road. This is some
Or-
fancy
eat it.
smelling French, imported roast.
Just cover them in chocolate and eat them straight.
Whatever
I'm
floats your
suddenly-
boat.
Was that fella that was going to get hanged sometime back? Did he have both ears?
Oh,
Was that even really the man back there?
it wasn't. It was one of my clones.
All
That
right.
explains everything now.
Okay, I get it now.
He's got an easy way out of this.
But
Yeah.
isn't that what an even evil clone usurper would say?
Well, he died when they hung him. And then I got his memories, and then I went down to Goodmead to visit with you.
Yeah, I mean, it all makes sense in a weird sort of way.
Man, that's pretty cool, man.
Yeah. Some clones are with the program, though. Others not so much.
Happens to the ones that aren't with the program.
They tried to kill me and take my place.
And then that's when that Purdy fellow over there deals with things, apparently.
That is true. Christian, one of the many reasons I keep Christian around.
All right. Well,
Well, now that we're all caffeinated, perhaps we should be going.
So you're gonna head over to Bryn Shindir.
Yeah.
Shinder.
That's
I'll race you there.
Oh man.
But get a harness on him.
Let him pull us.
let's ride him there.
Yeah, you all make the trip back to East Haven. No trouble. Then it's, a 5-hour march along one of the main roads. Now much safer, thanks to all of you having slain the killer. And you find yourself back in Bryn Shander. Do I have a map for Bryn Shander? I don't. Oh, well.
a place where there's a thing to do.
Yeah. So the blacksmith in town is Black Iron Blades.
hmm.
They're the ones that were missing these shipments. So if you want to inquire about the job, they're who you'll talk to. It's a fairly large trade town. Second largest in 10 towns next to East Haven.
Maybe we can do the job for them and then get a discount having them do some work.
Okay. And you're specifically looking to get your guns fixed up?
Yeah.
Sure. If you head on over to Black Iron Blades, it's a multi-forge setup. It's a largish building. There's a handful of forges here, all working around, working on different parts. Black Iron Blades are known for making fairly decent, cheap products, but they're not super high quality. So, all of the tools needed in 10 towns, it comes from here. They don't do gunsmithing, but they are good friends with all the gunsmiths. So if you're looking to work a deal, I'm not going to say it's not out of the realm of possibility, but you're just going to have to talk to the guy. And as you walk in, a stout dwarf, hands have been stained black with years of soot from working the forges. He lifts up his little goggles, and you can see the skin around his eyes is very pale, while the skin around the rest of his face is dark and tan, either from dirt or just exposure to heat for all them years. Customers, come on in. Let me. What are you in the search for? Y'all look like you're out there traveling the ice. You need shovels, pickaxes, ice axes. I got new runners for sleds. What do you need?
We're mostly here looking for some work that we hear you might have.
Can you swing a hammer?
Well, some missing goods.
Oh, okay. Yeah, y'all do look the venturing type. Yeah. Yeah, so I get my ore directly from Hammerglass up out of Dwarven Valley. And my last shipment never showed up. So naturally, I sent messengers on up to Hammerglass and they said, well, we sent it. It's your problem. Because sadly, it's my people that escort the ore from Hammerglass to here. So they aren't refunded me, which is, that sucks. It was a lot of iron in there, a lot of steel.
Are things normally good between you two?
You know, good client, customer, business kind of deal.
Like they're not the sort you would anticipate to screwed you over or nothing.
No,
At least not normally.
no, I'm one of their biggest customers, so I don't.
Okay.
Them giving me trouble, I think, would be against their best financial interests.
Okay.
So I don't suspect there's fair play on their part. But,
Mm.
These have been hard times up here in this part of the world. It would not surprise me if it was, highwaymen or something of the sort.
You know, like what route they normally take? We can start working backwards and see what we can find.
Yeah. And he would pull out an old map. And he would kind of give you... I'm drawing a line on the map. There you go. Y'all should be able to see it, that dark line. Yeah, you can see usually they take that. Now, when we went to go see what was up, we took that trail and didn't see any sign of our goods. So I'm not sure exactly what's going on. But
Now they took a different path or something.
took a different path, or someone took it, they could have taken it somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
And it wouldn't be on that trail. Y'all any good at tracking?
Something like it.
Got anything of the people might have taken it? I got a little friend that might be able to find something, but I need to sniff it or something. Got any anything like that? You know what it might be, and I can go find their pants and we can
Okay.
track them
Oh,
that way.
yeah. So this was Frank and Molly, sled puller.
Yeah. Screw them guys.
They're the ones who were in charge of it. They hadn't been back yet either, so I hope they're okay. But I really need that ore. Let me give you
Good
their
folks.
Let me give you their address here, and you can swing by their place, sniff whatever it is you're wanting to sniff.
Okay.
Now, you get me my ore back, and I'd be willing to pay you all, I don't know, $50 each. It's a lot of money.
How much the ore worth?
I'm not going to tell you that, because then you'll start haggling for more money out of me. $50 is a lot of cash. I think it's a fair price.
You think it is?
I mean, I like that kind of money, but I tell you what, there's a project that I think I might like you to start working on in the meanwhile. It's kind of a good faith sort of thing, maybe. Seeing as we're probably going to go and get ourselves bleeding in the meanwhile.
What you got in mind?
Well, I don't know if you know, but you got yourself over there one of the most famous wrestling champions in this, this and any other territory. He's taken a young pupil under his wing. And I got some money burning a hole in my pocket. I had a hankered on my mind to kind of get a couple metal plates with some insignia on them, some big old like belts, so to speak.
A big old belt buckles.
Yeah, man, like kind of like almost a title belt sort of thing. But like they gotta be, twin.
I could probably do that. Bert, did you roll your Luchadine? Did anything come out of it?
Oh yeah, I have a 55% chance of being known, so roll to 26.
Okay. So Yeah, and you were rolling under for success, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh crap, that's the lion there. You want me to make belts for the lion? And you said he's got a new partner?
My new partner. Keep looking up.
That's a damn Yeti if I've ever seen one.
If there's anyone who could train a Yeti how to wrestle, it would be the lion.
I believe it absolutely. I'll tell you what, I'm a big fan of you, Mr. Lion. You know, we don't get a whole lot of words from the southern circuits up here north, but you know, when I did my apprenticeship down there in the Spanish area down there north, you know, south of the line, you know, I caught a couple of your matches before. I'll tell you what, I will make championship belts for you and your partner on me. It'll be an honor to know that the lion's running around wearing a piece of steel that came out of my forge.
There we go.
Sounds mighty good. We'll make sure everyone knows that this is your work gracing our wastes.
That would be amazing. That'd be such great advertisement. I love it. Absolutely.
Like a good time.
So I'll
now
tell
we
you
just gotta go.
$50 each. I'll start on them 2 belts. You come back with my steel, you get the belts for free, and you get your money.
Tell me,
Oh.
friend, is there a gunsmith worth their gunpowder anywhere in the vicinity?
Oh, yeah, there is. Yeah, there is. There's just a couple of blocks down that way. You'll see the big sign out front of it. A couple 6-shooters hanging up in silhouette. His name is Francis Colt. He is a lesser-known cousin of the Colt family. He's a fantastic gunsmith. He does great work. I'll tell you what,
Words right out of my mouth.
Mr. Lion, if you're asking, I can even go and see if he'd be willing to give you a discount.
That would be mighty kind of you. It's for my friend here. One of the best gunmen I've ever seen.
Oh, wow. Well, yeah, I would be absolutely honored to. Anything I can do to help a friend of the Lion is I'm just giddy like a schoolgirl here. This is fantastic.
Hopefully the lion hasn't seen too many gunmen. Best gunman in the whole wide room.
Yeah. All right. So he gives you, roughly, or he gives you the route. He says, I don't know where they might have been on this, but they've been missing for maybe a week now. It's going to be hard to track something in that snow, but if anyone can do it, it's Mr. Lion.
Well,
Mama Purdy here has certain charms that will allow us to find.
I
your
got a
iron.
big fat pig that's gonna sniff his underwear and we're gonna chase it down. That's what I
That-
got.
Sounds exciting. Once again, here's the address of those two, so you can go and
Turn
find...
left at the dog laying on the rock.
Yeah. So yeah, he hands over the address. You got a deal going. Unless you all have more business, you're free to move on with whatever you think the next step might be.
Yeah, just gonna go to the address, see if I can get something like clothes that would have the scent of the people we're trying to track down.
Sure, yeah. You find this, it's a little apartment built on top of like a saloon or something like that. There's a stairs going up to it on the back of the building. You go on up. The door is locked. How would you all like to tackle that small obstacle?
Yeetus. You knock it down.
You can pick the lock for us, perhaps.
Yeah.
Just knock it down. I mean, we're
I mean,
going to
like-
save the people. I don't think they're
Yeah.
going to get too mad. if us
You'll all
breaking the
make it.
door
I just,
down.
just wanted to see what kind of crazy idea y'all come up with. So you send the Yeti up there and he boots the door wide open. and it's small, kind of bare apartment.
Lockpick successfully.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's some assortments of weather gear, snowshoes. Looks like these people are used to treks back and forth. Sadly, well, not sadly, thankfully, there's no children inside.
That'd be great.
But yeah, just a small single room little apartment. You do see the thing that catches you off guard is there's a series of chains and leather straps hanging from the ceiling directly above the bed. But you're able to easily find the dresser and find some pairs of dirty drawers to.
They're swinging here.
It's however they want to sleep on their bed, I guess.
I will go rifling through and get whatever kind of clothes I can get, especially dirty ones. If there's like a hamper, if there's clothes on the ground, anything like that.
They're
the
actually-
sheets,
Something with a good
whatever.
skid mark or something.
A
Yeah.
basket of sweaty leather.
The nastier, the better.
Yeah.
Because it helped the pig, is what I'm
It would
saying.
help the pig. Yeah, you do find a hamper set next to the dresser, almost completely full of some dirty clothing, and you're able to find appropriately stinky articles to give your pig there. What's your pig's name?
So it's not an actual pig. It's just it's jug magic. I
Oh,
can
okay.
basically call a hound. I'm just making it a pig because I
Yeah.
think it's funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, I basically call like Black Shuck up, and they like can just hunt it down. So it's gonna be a black pig.
Cool.
That's all. Big old. I only think I've used it once. So
Okay. Yeah. No. Yeah. So yeah.
She mistook it for a dog once.
yeah.
It looks so damn fat. That's the fattest dog I ever seen.
Yeah, you find what you need, no problem. Yeah, Mama Purdy stuffed some dirty drawers in her back pocket.
All right. Now we're talking.
What are your next steps?
What about that Colt fella? Is that kind of on the way, or is that sort of in a different location?
You could get to it. I mean, it's, not super far out of your way.
You want to do that before we get into this, Clint, or
I don't know. He might need to have my guns for a little bit, so maybe we could go get our work done first, and then see about getting things tidied up.
all right? Blood first, blacksmithing later.
Go. That's good because I did not read very deeply on the gunsmithing rules. So that'll give you plenty of time, Dan, to look that up. Page
Yes, I also
131 of the
Don't
core
have the
rulebook.
PDF anymore because it got erased on my hard drive. So
You. That's fine.
I got
Did-
you.
All right, Bert's got it. He should know it. He wrote most of the damn thing. All right, so yeah, off you all go.
Okay. When we get out of town,
Yeah.
no one around, I'm gonna take a nice
big sip from the jug.
Yeah.
And then I'm just going to go burp a little bit. I'm going to go sweet.
and then out of the ether, this big old fat like black fur potbelly pig is gonna pop up, and I am going to pet it on the left a little bit, and then I'm gonna take the dirty draws. And I'm gonna shove it right into the snout, like
just breathe it in good there, fella. Breathe it in good. And then all right. You got it? Oh, look at it. Look at it. The tail's wagging. The tail, that's how you know he knows. All right, go get him.
This poor creature's existence. It's belched into existence, and then this happens.
so
Go stick your face in the smelly laundry and find it.
so mechanically, it can be put on the scent of an ally or an enemy and will track unerringly. It's immune to mundane and magical attacks and remains until the target of the hunt is located or it is dismissed by me.
Okay. That's
Nice.
gonna make
That's pretty handy.
Yep. All it costs is 1 point of personality, temporary loss, and a bit of drunkenness. That's it.
I mean,
It's
that's
not that bad.
fantastic. So yeah, your magical jug pig, off into the snow, following the trail. Maybe just a handful of miles. Outside of town, and it kind of stops and it smells, and then it kind of breaks off the trail towards the north, and it would be kind of right in front of that first kind of hill there you see, which is just cuts north of where that strange ritual site was, as it's marked on the map. Yeah, as it trudges through the snow, you're all following. This is a couple hours worth of trail. You could swear you've almost made it to the Lonely Woods when it finally stops and comes across and you can see it kind of building in the distance, a sled, a cargo sled loaded with barrels and crates, but absolutely no sign of people around it. Now your pig wants to continue north,
Is
but
this just like the last time when they like had the whole cargo thing, but they didn't want the cargo? They're just like one of the people.
who knows? What do you want to
I
do?
mean, along the way, I mean, like check the cargo to see if it's the ore, just to be sure.
It is, and it's all
It
got
is.
the hammer glass stamping on it, and yeah, it's just a cargo loaded with iron ore, with other assorted metals that they would need to make this into steel.
Well, this is one piece of the puzzle, but Shuck here thinks that we gotta keep going.
Well, hell, if it's a similar thing to the last group, last time we threw down with these dork guards, one of them had a shard. I don't know if you want to chomp on your little doohickey thing, but maybe we'll get lucky and get another.
Okay.
Plus, I just feel like, kicking a fool in the face.
Oh yeah, remember the little doobly
Yeah.
doo?
I'm gonna pull it out. I'm gonna crunch on it because that's how it works.
Man, that's the weirdest chew toy I ever seen.
That's fantastic. Yeah, you you give it a crunch, and your little meter. Let me show a picture of the meter to anyone watching who's not familiar with it. Oh, hey Christopher, thanks for swinging through. Yep, there's it is. And sure enough, you pull it out, you give it a crunch, and it starts kind of pinging, starts giving you a little feedback. And it kind of seems to be heading in the same direction that your pig's trying to go.
That's some good thinking, Cletus. Good job.
mean-
You use all of them 5 points really, really well.
Even a rescue trap can spring once in a while.
That's right.
That's a fantastic way to put that.
So we
Really
going
like
north
that.
then? Big damn hero, save these people and get the shard and hit the dark guards and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, man. That sounds fun to me.
Okay. Yeah, so you all continue on. You actually do make it into kind of like the eastern bits of Lonely Woods. Let me adjust the overlay map so people can kind of see where we're talking about. And it's almost a full day of travel at this point. But you eventually, in these woods, as you're kind of moving through these dark trees, you come across what seems, a mine shaft, an old mine shaft. Looks like it was boarded up at one point, but most of the planks are busted out. And you can actually see there's a little bit of smoke coming out of the mouth of the shaft, like there's a fire kind of down deep in there somewhere.
What's Shuck doing?
Your pig's leading you right to it.
Okay.
It wants to go in.
Yeah, I just realized next time we're in the town, we got some cash to spare. We should buy ourselves a fuck ton of fucking bacon flour. Because I'm tired of these goddamn invisible sons of bitches rocking my house.
I
To
can
do-
see him.
Well, yeah, you can, but I got my teeth kicked in last time.
Well,
Do we have any fancy tricks we can think of to maybe, deal with invisible assholes?
I mean, there's lots of snow around here. We could just throw it at them.
Ollie can see him, I think. Right, Ollie? You can see the near, right? Visible.
I can see ghosts. But that's it.
Oh, okay. That's my bad.
The lion has exceptional eyesight and can see those things that are normally invisible.
So, hey, there you go. We got two of us that can see stuff. It'll be fine.
There you go.
Yeah. Well,
I
hell,
got to drink more, though, to do that, but that's
Maybe.
fine.
we can probably prod Yeetus to follow Leo's example.
Yeah.
The lion merely has to hurt his brain, I guess in a similar fashion to your drinking.
Yeah. That sounds right.
That's fantastic.
All right.
So, you all heading in?
I mean, Chuck
hell.
wants to go in, so
I mean, I'm going to be all heel toe, super quiet like. I'm going to let some of you draw them out first so I don't just get the hell beat out of me again.
I'll go first, and I'll activate my Eyes of the Cat, which allows me to see in the dark up to 60 feet and of invisibility. And
How much
the
does that
invisible.
cost?
One.
One? I'm going to have you
One.
just do that as well because that's a good idea.
I'll follow behind, but I won't. Since you're doing it, I won't trigger mine yet because I'll leave the pig up for now.
Okay. So yeah, we got our two luchadors leading the charge, following Shuck probably. Yeah, as you kind of move on down, it's old mine. You can see it's got tracks still inside of it, but they're heavily rusted and pitted. The ties holding these things together have long since rotted out. And you can kind of smell, following the scent of the fire burning deep in there somewhere. You kind of follow it down maybe 20 feet, and eventually it opens up into a larger chamber. And in this larger chamber, it's circular. You can see there's a couple exiting paths here and there. And in the center of this chamber is a mound of like old like iron carts, like mine carts that have been stacked up almost like ziggurat shaped, like pyramid shaped. Now, Lion and Yeetus, as you would move in, you could see kind of poking their heads out of some of these carts, kind of like taking cover, rifles trained where you're kind of entering. Some of these Dorgar, completely invisible, and only Yeetus and Lion would see those off the bat. Now, you kind of look through, y'all weren't moving with a lot of caution. So I'll give it this. We're going to do a small initiative off between the Lion and these Dorgar. And that'll kind of show
Cautions.
who's going to get to take the first action here.
Caution's never been a thing for us.
Nope.
All right, what did I get?
Got him by a point.
And I actually have a negative modifier on this because these are tanky little dudes. So yeah, the Lion, you see him before, and you have a chance to react and take an action. What do you want to do? This is just
How many
so the
do I
screen
see?
can You see two of them. One kind of towards the top of this pyramid of old mine carts, and one towards the bottom.
Okay. How big is the pile?
Pile is maybe actually like 20 feet up.
Okay, in which case, let's see, how far can I do this? All right, I'll enact bounding leap. which could be up to 30 feet in vertical.
Sure.
All right, yeah. So I'll yell out, "There's one below!" Bounding leap up there and try and land on this guy.
So you're bounding leap on the top while
Yeah,
shouting the warning for the
yeah.
blow. Fantastic.
Yep.
All right, go ahead and do what you got to do. Roll it out.
Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay, so my attack is at -2, but the damage is higher. So I'll make the attack.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. That's bad. I rolled a 1.
Ooh, yeah, we gotta check some fumble tables out.
Yep.
Let's see. I just had that open. It's not in rolls. It's in appendix. Crits. This is a melee fumble. Luchadors don't have their own fumble table.
7.
7. Oh, yep. 7 on wrestling. Nope, that's critical success.
Yeah, it's just the melee fumble.
So you miss wildly. Gives the target confidence in knowing they're superior in prowess. For the remainder of the encounter, it grants a +1 die size bonus to attack rolls against you.
Oof.
All right. Well, I'm up there. I just miss him.
Yep. All right. All right. No one has any abilities that mess with initiative, right?
I can.
Are you going to?
I was thinking about it since he goofed up. I might try and help him out.
Okay. Well, we're going to go into initiative then. I was figuring out if we were going to do popcorn.
It's pretty straightforward. I mean,
What do you
if
do?
we're going to do popcorn, it's fine. I won't do it.
Okay. Well, then we'll do popcorn. Bert, you got the opening volley.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you want to go next?
Who else can see invisible?
Yidis.
Yidis is next.
All right.
Okay. And so you called out for where the other one
Yep.
was, basically.
Yep.
Yidis will go to the other one to kind of go charging in. And for his deed or lucha die, I'm going to try out one of the ones I haven't seen yet. It's called Shote or Flurry of Fury. That sounds appropriate.
Yeah.
Where it's just like he just wails fists and slaps at them as fast as possible. And sorry, I scrolled up earlier to. There we go. Come on, Yidis. You can hit. So that'd be a total of 11 to hit.
Okay. Yeah, that doesn't clear.
Yeah, because he has to hit before the deed die can go off.
Yeah. All right.
Otherwise, that would have lowered its AC, unfortunately.
Yeah. So everyone else, you can see the lion leaps up to the top of this stack of mine carts and attacks something. You see Yidis charge in and attack something in one of these other mine carts. The rest of you are unable to see what they're attacking. Yidis gets to pick who's going to go. And I think in the, funness of random, I'm going to go Dan is 1, Jeff is 2, Jake is 3, Cletus is 4, Dorgars are 5. I'm going to roll a d6. 6 is going to give me a reroll. 3. So is that Jake Olinthian? What is Olinthian going to do?
I'm gonna get my my Aegis weapon and try to get in there and make a random stab into the cart that Yidis is
Okay.
flailing around near.
I'm going to make you take a negative die size on this since they are invisible. Moving up to melee range really doesn't do anything for their cover, but yeah.
It's 16 is the one below 20, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So 8.
No. So you run up, you swing in this cart, and you're just catching just wind. You don't hit anything. Jake, who's going to go after you? The enemies or Dan, Jeff, or Jeremy?
I'll go with the enemies.
Sure.
Yeah.
So you've all kind of moved into this, melee range, kind of reducing their ability to attack with these. You've seen them before, these big long rifles that they have. So instead, they start swinging with these rifles, like attacking with the butts, like they're like quarterstaff. So the lion, the first one is going to make an attack against you. And let me see. They get a D3 deed die. So I'm going to roll that first. Their deed die, this one is going to have its deed die pop off. And it's going to be trying to knock you prone. Then it gets a D24 for its attack. And gets its strength bonus. 15. Does that clear your AC?
No.
Okay.
If you added in your 3 to that, then it doesn't.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, it does not.
It
This is a
swings.
melee attack? Sorry.
It is a melee attack, yeah.
Then yes, it missed. Yeah, it missed.
Okay. They have 2 action die, so it swings again.
That'll hit.
That hits. So it connects with an 18. Once again, this is going for knocking prone. And it is going to deal 7 points of damage to you. Go ahead and make me a reflex save. Okay. You kind of stumble and you fall just down one row. You're kind of lying there prone, but you don't fall further down the tower. So the one on the lower side of the stack, I've got 2 choices here. I can go against Yeetus or I can go against Olinthian. It would probably think that Yeetus's attack was a little more pointed. So it's the one. Yeetus is going to catch these hands. It fails its deed die. And it gets a 14 versus Yeetus's AC.
That'll hit.
All right. As it smacks with the butt of this rifle, dealing 7 points of damage on its first swing.
Hurt.
It's 12 hit.
Let me
Level
see
is
if he had-
Yeetus.
He's level 2. I'm checking to see if he had any natural AC. Sorry, the sheet's a little funny on.
That's, yeah. So his AC should be a minimum of 12 right now. So if he's got any
Yeah.
agility bonus.
He doesn't, and he's not oiled up. Normally, if you get oiled up as a lucha reader, but he's not because he's all
Okay.
furry.
All right.
So yeah, that hits on the dot.
10 points of damage.
Oh man, sorry, Yeetus.
All right. They start swinging with the butts of these long rifles. As they start attacking, they pop out of their invisibility. So now they're visible for everyone. Who do we got left? We got Jeremy, Dan, and we got Jeff. I'm going to roll a d6. 1, 2 is Dan. 3, 4 is Jeff. 5, 6 is Jeremy. Dan. What's Glent going to do? You're muted.
Muted. Yep. Sorry. I know there's one up top now that's kind of free and clear since he knocked the lion down. So he looks like prime target to shoot.
Sure.
So we'll start with the card.
Sure. Now they, just so you're aware,
Hey.
what'd you get? Oh, King
Got a
plus
good one
3
for
and
once.
plus 3. Let's see. They do have cover.
Let me roll my deed die. I'm planning to do the free bleeder
Yeah.
for my deed die, which should potentially reduce their attack
Okay.
dice.
They have half cover, so
Deed won't go off.
okay.
So what does the cover
Ups
affect
their
on the
AC.
roll?
So you just roll like normal, and it just affects their AC.
Okay. Can do.
No.
Yeah, okay. So that's not a good start there. So we'll go ahead and move on to the next gun here. 2.
All right.
So no effect. And not so great. Back to the primary hand again. 4. Well,
No.
no. Oh, well, it had to happen eventually. 8.
Got your aces and eights. So what happens on aces and eights there, Dan?
I get to roll my fumble die.
Okay.
Yay.
Let's see. Fumble, firearms, and let's see. That's just
think it's a
one
D10.
token.
Let me double check. I think it's a D10 for me.
Okay. Well, that's your fumble
Oh,
die.
no.
What is
Sorry,
it?
it's lower than that now. It's a D7.
All right. So roll your D7,
D8. Sorry. D8.
modified by luck, and you're also going to take a hex token.
Yeah, I'll spend some luck to get rid of that, or my boon to get rid of that X token.
Okay, cool. What'd you get on that fumble? You get a 7?
7. I don't know where my boons are at on this character sheet anymore, but
Yeah.
I had some somewhere. I'll just take note
Okay.
in one of the text fields.
Sure. All rounds in the firearm are fouled. The gun must be emptied and cleaned before being used again.
Oh, which I think that only partially applies because it's the
Well,
spirit weapon.
emptying
I have
your
to reload
rounds
still.
and reloading is one thing. Cleaning your firearm is another thing.
I don't think they can be damaged is the problem.
Bert, you got anything? Oh, you're muted there, Bert.
I would say if you use ghost rounds, using your personality, they would fire just fine. But yeah, they can jam. They absolutely can jam with a physical bullet.
Okay, I was under the impression that they were
Okay.
ghost rounds.
Well, if
all the
you're
time.
using
Yeah.
ghost rounds, then I would just say you'll just need to go through the reload action on it.
Mhm.
Okay.
So, and I think that's just a standard action, right, for ghost rounds?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Actually, it's not even an action. He spends a personality.
Just do it.
Shoot, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're like the
for
guns
now-
themselves can't be damaged, but the bullet is an actual bullet that can get lodged in there.
Okay. For now, I'll just move to my second gun and I'll fire again here, and
Okay.
I'll consider my primary weapon shot.
Okay. I'll just say,
Comment.
just you give me an action die to clear that, and then you can be back up at it. You'll
Yeah,
have to
I mean,
wait
it's
till
only
next
one of
turn
them,
for that. Yeah.
So
Okay.
a 9, which I think doesn't do anything for me. So 5. Wow,
No.
I'm just blowing it out of the park here, and I'll just shoot that other gun a second time or third time. Leave my other one
Your
off.
offhand one. Yeah.
Yeah, 7. Doing my thing, everybody.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, it's a 4. No
All right.
effect.
Dan, Jeremy, or Jeff?
Wildly useful round.
Okay.
Yep.
Can we take just a moment just to, if it's all right with you?
Yeah.
So remember, you can always spend a luck point to ignore the misfire result. Also, with a ghost gun, what actually happens is there's a momentary loss of connection between the spirit and the gun itself, causing the round to become inert, and requires a round to expel the bad cartridge and clear the jam.
Okay.
So you take a round to clear it, and it's fine.
Okay.
Cool. So there we have our answer. Thanks, Bert.
Perfect.
Okay. Dan, Jeff, or Jeremy?
Let's do Jeff on the off chance that he's got something that might help us out as a team.
Sure. Yeah. I'll probably just do a hoedown. I'll probably get because I don't want to dismiss Shuck just yet. So I'll pull out the washer board and I'll
Shake it up. I'll stomp a bit.
and I'll look over at Cletus
And be like, you better get on up there. That little Edith fella's gonna die real quick.
and then I will roll my I get a ballad die, and all of you get plus whatever the result of this is to action any action die you roll and to your saves.
Nice.
Nice.
So I'm up to a D6 now. And I rolled a 6. So plus
Wow.
6.
Like
Very
that.
cool.
But that wouldn't add
Worth
to like
it.
a D die or anything, though, correct?
Mm,
Just action die.
specifically says action die and saves.
Cool. Okay.
All right.
That's pretty awesome.
So I believe after that it's going to be Jeremy.
It's a double turn for old Jeremy. too.
It is double
Yeah,
turn
with-
with +6.
Ain't nobody gonna kill my Yeetus, you son of a bitch. I'm gonna dice you up. And Cletus will whip out his twin swords and run up and probably do the quivering palm, like the stunning strike type one.
Sure.
Kind of flurry of blades, and while he's doing that, try and get the hilt up into his temple.
Sure.
All right. And attack number 1 with a bonus of 6. Good Lord, that's amazing. Okay, deed goes off. Let's add the 4 to the 13 to get a 17. Does that hit?
That does hit.
Okay, so that'll be 5 and 4, so 9 damage. That's not bad. And then he's got to make a. What did I get on my deed die there? I got a 4. Okay, so if on a 4, it needs to make a will save with a DC of 17 or be stunned for D4 rounds and take D4 extra damage.
Okay. He gets. Okay. He doesn't do good here. Let me roll that out. He gets an 11.
Awesome.
So he is stunned for how many rounds?
He's stunned for 3 rounds. And then he'll also take an extra 2 damage.
Extra
And
2
then-
damage.
To add insult to injury, I'll keep well, because you can't split your move in this system, from what I understand, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So at that point, like, Cletus is just being a jerk. He just comes up and immediately hits him in the temple, knocks him clean out, and then just keeps hitting him as he falls. Because that bastard almost killed him.
He is stunned. Oh, let's see. I don't remember right off the top of my head. Go ahead and take a +4 to this.
Oh my God. Okay. I will. It's a +10 to hit.
+10 to hit.
So that's 20.
Yeah.
So what was it? 4 earlier. So 18 and then 10 damage. Because the initial deed was a 4.
All right.
Yeah. It's 10 damage, and then one last. Got to do a D16 for the living weapon thing. D16. Add a 10 on that. 19.
Mm-hmm. That's a hit.
Okay. And then plus 4, 6. Okay. And then 8 more.
You slay it. Cletus comes in, starts just pommel striking, just stabbing into this Dorgar.
And then if you said there's some, he was taking cover near some crates or something.
He was inside a mine cart for half cover against range
Nice.
attacks.
I would love, because especially after Mama Purdy tried to incite him by talking about how they were going to kill you. This the last one is basically him just jumping up in the air and curb stomping him on the edge of the cart.
That's beautiful. Okay.
That's a classic thing to do.
Jeremy, it's your turn.
How high up is the other one?
About 20 feet.
But he's like up.
It's like thinking like a narrow like ziggurat, like pyramid. Like I'll let you have movement to get up there.
Oh, okay. So I could still get there with
Yeah.
movement. And I've still got the +6 from Mama Purdy.
Mm-hmm.
Good Lord. Man, that's good surf. Well, you know what? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Second verse, same as the first.
Yep. Until I
Right.
go and stop playing the song, everyone gets it.
I'll do the quivering palm technique again, because that's just too good not to. Oh my God.
Yeah.
So now he's got a stinking 24 will save.
I will roll it. But he has absolutely zero chance. Yeah. Can't make it.
Oh man. So yeah, he would be stunned for only 1 round,
Just a round. That's all right.
and then take an extra point damage. So he got himself a good 11 points of damage off of that.
Nice.
Knock him out or stun him, and then just
Now that he's stunned, I'll give you that +4 again.
good lord, this is so cheap. I feel a little bad.
That's how monks go, man.
It is. Uh-oh.
Until you
Oh
do
no.
that.
Until I do that, I push my luck too far. Like I might spend one of my boons to cancel out that hex.
Sure.
I can't undo the fumble, but
Right. Let's see.
I
This
would
is-
recommend not taking those hexes.
yeah.
But it's just a 1. Attack goes wild, causing momentary loss of balance, giving opponents +1 die size to attack rolls until your next action.
Okay. Unfortunately, he's knocked out for a round.
Yep. All right. Is that all you got?
That's all I got.
Who's going next?
The lion's right up here next to this
Sure.
guy.
All right, the lion wants some paybacks. He's still there, right?
And you'll get +10 to this.
I'll get +10 to this.
Good
But
lord.
he's also got dice on me too because of my poor.
He's got +1 die size to attacks against you.
Okay. Well, okay. Well, I'm gonna pop off Strength of the Bull. So this is gonna last for the next 8 rounds. Okay, so here we go. Here's my attack on him. I'm gonna take the D dice to I'm gonna do this thing where I knock him down, and I want to hopefully knock him off the stack to the ground below.
Sure.
We'll call that the brain buster to knock him over.
Okay.
You say I got a +10,
Yeah.
so actually that's going to end up being a +13. Boom! I got my D die. I got a 3. 22 is the total to hit.
That hits.
All right, so here is the regular damage plus +6. Only 7 points of damage, but the brain buster. So he does get thrown. He lands prone. He's stunned for 1 round. -3 penalties to attack damage. His armor class and saving throws, plus any damage from falling 20 feet. I would guess.
Yep. He's stunned, so he doesn't get a save for that. Why don't you go and give me 2d6?
10 points.
He snaps his neck and dies on the ground.
Nice.
Wonderful.
I'll start
So
collecting their beards.
The lion does this little kip up and he looks around like no one saw that. All right.
Yeah, they're slain. You collect their beards. They each have this kind of crude short sword on them, but also these rifles. I don't remember. I think I gave them musket stats last time. But yeah, then at the back of this chamber, there's 3 kind of paths moving deeper into it. And Shuck is immediately pointing towards the path to take.
All
I'll
right,
work
yep.
on clearing my pistol out here so it's ready to go next round.
I'm gonna sing a quick song for folks just before as we're going. Just nice little soother. It ain't that great, you know. It's just, but it's a little something.
So I'm just gonna do Soul Soother because I know a couple people got hit, so it's not gonna be great, but it's a little something. It's literally 1, so you all can take 1 HP back.
Hey, it's something.
The
Hit points are
Balladeer
hit points.
gives, and the Balladeer take it away
Yeah.
as well, so it's all
I
good.
mean, we got +6 to hit, so that was
Yeah.
pretty amazing.
And so yeah, I'll just I'll follow Shuck at that point and be like,
Now shut slowly, quietly.
I don't know if the pig would actually listen to that, but I'll tell it.
It's magically bound to you. I would give it, right?
I have no idea.
All right. You all follow this trail down. It snakes back and forth a little bit, and you're still kind of following the scent of smoke. Eventually, it opens up into another fire, and you see two more of these dwarf creatures, these Dorgar, but they're completely visible. One of them sleeping on a mat, maybe 10 feet from a fire, like a campfire. And the other one's at the campfire, turning a spit with a hunk of meat over it. What do you all want to do?
Sounds like one of them unique situations where you sneak up on them and you take them out real quick.
Up to you guys.
Okay.
You know, the guns just go boom.
All right.
What do you want to do?
Be a sneaky son of a bitch and stab the one cooking.
Sure. Give me your stealth check, your agility test there.
All right. I actually get to use my reflex save on that as a monk. I just got to find where my reflex save is. I apologize.
That's fine. For anyone curious, we're a little slower on Roll20 tonight. The Weird Frontiers system had an update, and there's a little bit of tweaking they need to do. Things are a little out of line, so makes it a little tough for us to find things.
It's the top one with the dice underneath your hit points and AC. Jeremy.
Okay. I see it now. Thank you.
If you just click off to the side and, click and drag, it'll highlight text that's not currently
bless
visible.
You
Well, I'll gladly spend another one of my boons to get rid of that hex. But yeah, I got you. I want to get you, some bitch. I got
as
you.
you're sneaking up, it hears you, and it spins around with this hot spit with meat on it and just picks the whole thing up and just swings it like a baseball bat.
Oh, shit.
Right at Cletus. I need to do my deed die.
Curse you, D20.
Right? Deed die pops off. I'm not specifying anything. You caught him by surprise. But it is going to be a... Ooh. Critical success.
Oh, damn.
It's going to be a crit on a blunt.
No.
All right. What does it get? A lands in the midsection, knocking the wind out of the target, doing an extra D6 damage, 1d3 temporary stamina damage, each round until a DC 12 fort save can be made. All right. So, damage for this, I'm going to call a basic, weapon like that. Let's do that. You take 8 points of physical damage.
I've made a huge mistake.
And you're going to take 1 point of stamina damage.
Just taking all that meat.
And it yells out in the Dorgar tongue a call to wake up its friend. So its friend sets up in its mat and it's awake setting there. Dwargar just went. I'm going to go ahead and roll a d6. We're going to go an overlay starting with Bert at 1, Jeremy at 5. 6 is a reroll. So, Dan.
I knew it.
Uh-huh.
Prime opportunity for me to screw up again. Well, we know how this is going to go. Let me see what my first card is here real quick. It's a 10. So I get to at least shoot.
There you go.
And see what my deed die is. Oh, this time it'll go off. I'm going to stick with Free Bleeder again.
Okay.
Hopefully it'll reduce their attacks if they hit with it. Does a 15 do it?
Does that include your deed die?
Oh, it does, but it doesn't include my agility bonus, which is 3 more, which I forgot to add to all of my attacks last time.
That does hit.
To remember to do
So,
that.
how much damage and what all happens?
Let me see. It's a 1d12 plus my D die. So 6 damage and add a 5 on free bleeder. They bleed 1 HP damage per turn, and they get a -2 to attack rolls until tended to. And it does an additional 1d4 damage each round.
Okay.
Oh wow. They get to make they have to make a fortitude save as well with the DC matching the attack to avoid passing out from blood loss. I don't remember that being in there.
They fail. So does that happen
Okay.
immediately?
I assume so. It just says additionally they must pass the fortitude save.
Okay. Well, they failed. So this one immediately you shoot him in the artery in the thigh, and just the immediately like pressure difference in the system, they black out.
That's awesome.
That seems unfair.
Well, guns are mighty.
I mean, not that I'm that upset, but I guess I'll shoot the other one then.
Sure.
So that's a 5. Uh, 12 to hit, which I know won't be enough.
12 does
So
not
we'll
hit.
switch back to the main hand. $15 again, which isn't enough.
Nope.
A 10. Let's see how many of these I can go through. 21.
21 hits. Are you shooting at the one that you just knocked out?
I'm shooting at the other one.
Okay, that's what I figured. Just wanted to make sure.
Yes. Wow, 16 damage to that guy.
Wow, that's
Wow.
that's impressive.
I assume he's still up.
Yeah.
All right. And we'll get one more last round of firing. It's 4. 11 is not going to cut it. And that one is a 9. Oh, I rolled those out of order. So we'll just. $18.
18 hits.
9 more damage.
You
dead.
kill him.
Yeah.
The one that hit Jeremy with the spit of meat is passed out and bleeding out on the ground in front of Cletus.
It's the way we like them.
I don't think we need to stay in inventory or initiative right now. What's going on?
I'm getting their beards.
Best shooty guy ever.
I'm just gonna pull his meat out of my bread basket real quick.
Okay. Now
Best
the one's
gunslinger
still
in the whole
alive.
wide room.
Olinthian,
depending
do
on
you
the room.
start carving a beard while he's still alive?
No, I'll poke him in the throat.
You'll be nice.
something.
You'll be nice and just kill him first
Yeah.
before the ignominy of having his beard removed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I kind of
So, yeah.
wanted to do it while he was alive still.
No, that might make a ghost.
This is a seems to be a dead end. You slay these two. What are you doing next? What's next?
Is Shuck going after the meat that is inside of Cletus right now?
No. Shuck actually is Shuck tangible?
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't say it's not. Just I summon it and
Okay.
yeah.
Shuck walks up to the back wall of this cave
Hmm.
and kind of puts its nose down to the ground and kind of pushes into the cave wall and lifts a portion of the cave wall like it was cloth and goes inside.
That there's the smartest creature I ever seen. We hustling?
My God.
I'm gonna take just a second to.
No, you're good. Go on, keep going.
I'm just. It only takes
Rub
me a
some
second.
dirt on it, Cletus. Come
That's
on.
what
let's
I'm
go.
doing. Yeah, I spent
Walk it
2
off,
personality,
walk it
and I
off.
literally rubbed some dirt on it for some mystic maddening.
There you go.
It'd be a D6 plus 4. 9 hit points back. Fine, just grabs the nastiest clump of dirt he can find and just stares at Mama Purdy and rubs it in the wound. 4 out of 5 mamas recommend dirt in the wound.
That's fantastic.
I'll follow my pig.
Okay. Sure enough, at the back of this room, it's actually just a tarp that has been painted to match the wall. And you open it up, and it is a fairly well-lit chamber with a couple of corpses. One of them is missing a leg piled on one side, and Shuck goes right to him.
And if this is the target at that point, Shuck would just like look and then just
It
dissipate
does
at that point.
exactly
Okay.
that. It goes, it gives you a longing look back and just smoke.
Job well done.
Job well
Good job,
done.
Chuck.
Now,
Well, that's a shame. People are dead.
yeah,
Hell. Oh, what about your chew toy?
Chew toy.
Yeah, the beeping one.
Oh, that's right.
Even rescue traps.
Pull out the other thing and see if it's beeping at all.
so you don't really need the tool for it. In this room, besides the corpses, there is a table. And on this table is a small mound of these rocks, maybe like 6 pounds of these stones that you recognize to be exactly what you're looking for, and your sensor just starts going off towards
Weep,
it.
weep, weep, weep. Don't mind if we do.
Setting next to the pile of rocks is a rolled up piece of paper, like almost like a scroll or something like that. And it's long, maybe 18, 20 inches long.
Or really good fly swatter.
I'll take a look at the scroll and
Mhm.
then I'll hand it to Olympian because I ain't looking at it. I'll pick it up. Here we go.
I'll take a look at it with my bloody thumbs.
You take a look at this thing. And it's some kind of it's in a language you don't understand. You're going to guess the Dorgar's own language.
They don't speak Greek.
They don't speak Greek. But it seems to be some kind of instructions, almost schematic like. But kind of in the center of it, there's an image that might show what they're thinking about building. Olympian, why don't you describe that for the people at home?
I think they're trying to build a dragon. I'll
Like that one
Turn
movie,
over
How
a
to
piece of
Build a
paper.
Dragon.
Yeah, basically. I'll turn over the scroll and I'll point to the jagged image of what appears to be a fire-breathing lizard with wings.
Now, I heard that my 13th husband, he was one of them psychologists, and he would do these ink blots and he'd show them to people. And what you said it was is revealing something about it. So maybe that's just one of these things. And knowledge just got dragons on the brain.
Or does Olympian got dragons on the brain?
Yeah, knowledge. That's what I call
Bad
it.
dragons.
Crocs.
Maybe he's just imagining them, you know?
Imagine Dragons, yeah.
Now, I'd
Trying
like to
turn
say,
that to a family-friendly direction.
yeah, I'd like to say I can pretty well qualify my mind as a blank slate more often than not, and I would still say I see a dragon.
I was just throwing out a different idea. That's all. I didn't want to get everyone upset or nothing.
Oh, ain't no upset about it. I'm just wanting to qualify that my stupidity helps to verify I see a dragon.
Well, I see a
Trusted
dragon,
opinion
too.
right there.
But you turn
You
it
can
to the
trust my
side.
mental degradation.
But how does one build a dragon? Ain't they an animal?
Well, let me check, and I'll flip it back over, and I'll look at the text and say, "Yeah, I don't know."
But we have a mage that can maybe read that.
That's
You're
true.
right.
This painting, it looks.
Let's take that there pile of rocks and not tell him about them because I think he wants those rocks too. We need those rocks for our spaceship and or Atlantis, depending on which one we want.
Okay.
Oh, Birdie will take a big old hug of them, wander over, put them in Yeetus's hands. There you go.
We'll say that Yeetus has a satchel of some form that he loads all these rocks into. What's next?
Go through the bodies, for keepsakes. and
Usual looting.
Yeah,
Looting,
Yeah.
looting.
you can find, I'll say maybe like $6 between the two of them. But you do
MBI.
find some personal tokens, like, enough to firmly identify who they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get your information, you take the rocks, you take the piece of paper. Do you leave the bodies there?
We do something with them.
Well, they got a
I
cook
mean-
pot going, right?
Oh, we could burn them.
Nah, I'm not hungry.
I'll empty out the cooking pot, and I'll put the rocks in there, and then Yeetus can carry the bodies back to town.
Okay.
Got yourself
I mean-
a good head on your shoulders there, Ollie.
Are you all going to try and drag that sled full of rocks back, or are you just going to let them know where they're at?
I mean,
Hell,
we
let's
can-
just feed more coffee to Leo and Yeetus and watch them go.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a big old bag of coffee beans.
Okay. It's an exhausting trek, but Leo and Yeetus, they knock it out of the park. They're, you know,
My left arm, it's numb.
We get like a Rocky
And
Horror
impossible.
trading montage. on a-
That's exactly where I was going to go with it.
you
Yes.
you turn in with the dude from the blacksmith. He pays you each your 50. He provides the 2 wrestling belts. Homework that I am going to have for probably anyone who wants to contribute is to design what these belts look like.
Oh, nice.
That way, at least we can, describe them.
Yeah.
We're at time, so to kind of wrap things up, Dan, you can go to the gunsmith, and we'll say the same thing for Joe if he's going to be back next session.
Yep.
And I'll let you do your gunsmithing that you need to do at half price. Look it up in the book. Take it out of your own money. You can handle that.
Yeah. And I don't know that Joe has a lot of money, so I'll let him know he can just use mine.
Okay. Sure.
Leon will ask around for where do you put your fatherless children? Where do they go?
Where are your orphans?
Where are your orphans? We've
Where
got
are your
quality
orphans?
father. Where are the other orphans going?
That's great. They have an orphanage if you want to go to the orphanage. Why are you going to the orphanage?
I give them $49.
Oh, yeah. Okay. There you go. Yeah.
Oh, not to adopt them all for Cletus, but
However, if there are any serial orphans there, I make sure to kill that one.
Yes.
oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Have you been an orphan at any other town or
That's
village?
great.
Are any of you named Rosie?
How many
Ashley in the
sixes do
chat
you have
still?
in your head?
All right. So, what's the plan for next session?
We consumed like a day here.
Yeah.
I'll give it to you probably by the time you get rested up. We'll call it, a day to get it done. So you'll be starting day 2.
So to peel back the GM curtain a second, like, because one of the other quest plugs that you gave us was Tourmaline, which is kind of where we just went.
Yeah, it's right in the same kind of mine area. Do you want to just not go back to town yet and go check the mines out, or do you want to go back to town, stock back up, and then go check the mines?
Probably want to stop back so they can get their guns. So we could
Yeah, get the guns.
Yeah,
Get some bags of flour.
because we had like the other two were Tourmaline and Dugan's Hole. So
Okay.
it's one of those two places.
Okay. So we'll, we're in the neighborhood. Next session, we'll plan on heading up to Tourmaline. Check out the gem mine. See if you can get some more of these rocks.
Yeah, we don't want to do that rotted butthole unless we absolutely have to.
Who knows
out.
how much it's been scratched out already?
Find out what the instructions on the back of this sweet dragon tattoo thing has to say.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The lion's thinking that will make a cool mask. This will be my mortal nemesis, the fire-breathing lizard. What's this dragon thing?
Wear the face of your enemy.
Okay.
I want to think that like the title belt is like an iron rim, but then there's like a globe in it, and then there's like a standard picture of like two people like wrestling in the Greek style, except one of them's a yeti.
No, it's the classic Arnold Schwarzenegger where they grasp hands and so one of them is a lion's paw, the other one's a yeti's
Commando.
paw.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And then maybe like the mane kind of going around the edges of it.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I guess we'll call the session there. Seems like it was a quick one. But yeah. I don't know. Let's do some plugs. Bert, what do you got going on your channel this week?
Twitch.tv/Steam Still Murder Friday. I don't know. I might actually be playing a little bit of Weird Frontiers. Haven't decided yet. Our usual BX game is taking the week off. I'll play something. Not sure what yet.
Okay.
What else we got? Sunday is Shadowrun
It is.
using the PBTA system, so that should be a lot of fun.
Chuck and I
Excited,
have to have
yeah.
a very uncomfortable conversation.
We do.
Not with each other, with somebody else.
Yeah. All right.
Uncomfortable for you or uncomfortable for them?
Probably.
Yes. Yes. All right.
That's
Jeff.
about it, though.
Okay, cool. Jeff, what do you got going?
Friday, 8 Central, twitch.tv/the Lollygaggers. We're playing Delta Green, second session of the Impossible Landscapes campaign that we just started up last week. It's really fun. And then on Monday at 9 Central on Free League Publishing, we're continuing things from the Flood. That's a really fun little mystery landscape sandbox that we just started a couple weeks back. And then on alternate Mondays, you can catch us doing Alien.
Oh, very cool. Here on Defenders of Cobalt, let's see, Friday, Joe's going to be running Jake, Dan, and I through some basic fantasy role-playing game. Saturday morning on Free League Publishing, you can catch Jake, Dan, Jeff, myself, along with Adam and Jen from Grim and Perilous Studios, and also Melissa from the Lollygaggers, playing some Forbidden Lands. Yeah, that's Sunday night, Shadowrun over on Bert's channel. And that's kind of what we got for the week. I don't know. Yeah, I ain't got shit else. We just leveled up last time, so I don't have to worry about y'all leveling up this time. Shit. Let me see. I'm trying to find the right screen. There it is. All right. I ain't got anything else, so I'm going to sign off. Thanks, everyone, for watching. And until we see you next time, start fires, do drugs, and tip your fucking bartenders. Deuces.
Thanks, everybody.